And we are live. Shout out to all of this caffeine that I'm drinking. Okay, so this is the bad thing about hot coffee because it's so hot, I can't just chug the crap out of
Gulp it. Yeah. Got to slow it in. Let it come in real calm.
it, right? Because you know me, my cold brew, I'll just drink like half of it and be just buzzing by the time we're done. But I am Crook Chocolate. I'm here with the show, bro. Sharp and Charlie. What's up,
Good
homie?
morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Saturday. It's a beautiful day so far. Happy to get up here and talk about this beautiful lineup, man.
Big lounge vibes. Big lounge vibes.
Listen,
Whoa.
listen. This is we chilling. We chilling.
There
Brentford
you go.
beat who them? What? Please, come on,
Buzz,
chilling.
buzz, buzz, buzz,
Buzz,
buzz.
buzz, 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 buzz.
Oh, right. I mean, save the bees and all that stuff, but we about to do some work.
About to
Well,
get rid of a few bees today. About 11 of them.
hey, they're coming to us.
Ain't,
It's
ain't
not like we went to them.
right. Ain't finna be no bees in no trap.
Mm-mm,
Oh my
mm-mm. None of that nonsense.
god. Oh man, this is exciting though because I like a hopeful Manchester United. Oh, it's just so it can crash again. This like up and down wave. It's just so entertaining.
First of all, if they wasn't whooping Southampton's behind, like then they had real problems.
Yeah.
But like you expect to go on the road and get 3 points down at the South Coast, and if you
Hey,
don't,
I'm
are
happy
you
for the people we care about. You know, they deserve some
sunshine?
joy.
Shout out to you, Blue. Shout out to you. Uh,
Tosin, shout outs to Panit. You know, I want all of y'all to have some joy. So get your
yeah.
3 points. I want to win some money. Everybody eats today.
Hey, that's just what it is.
Let's first and foremost let's get Sharpie that money, baby. I mean, Foot Mob's formation of, I mean, anybody ever trying to make sense of Pep's lineup is you're kind of always going to struggle. But let's look at this because again, I haven't seen it, so this is I'm on starting. Okay, cool. We got Ederson, Walker, Stones, Kanji, Lewis, Gundo, Kovacic, De Bruyne, Grealish, Savinho's back, and Holland. Yeah, this is so obviously we're resting Rodri. Surprisingly, we're resting Phil. I mean, I'm sure he'll get on eventually. He needs to be in some sort of shape because I assume he's going to start against Inter. But now let's talk about this match. Let's not look past them. Let's not do this.
It's not.
What are, what what are your thoughts? The laid back, magnificent you man.
Um, I'm kind of surprised that Ruben is not starting.
Mm,
That's a little bit shocking. I am also surprised that Vardial's not starting, and I'm wondering if that's just a reflection of like who played during the international break and who did not. Um, and I would assume that Stones probably didn't see many Three Lions minutes, whereas Vardial and Ruben Diaz probably played for their nations during this international break. I guess the biggest thing for me is you have Walker and Rico Lewis on the pitch at the same time. And when we are out of possession, how does that look? Does that mean that Walker becomes that second right-sided center back next to Stones? Um, I that I'll be interested to see how that looks. Also, to me, this says that Pep doesn't necessarily have a lot of respect for Thomas Frank's side. Like, if he's just
yes,
going to kind of I'm just going to kind of put in our B minus defense and see what happens.
right. Yeah, Sharpie. What are you seeing?
Um, I see a club that has Brentford, Inter, and Arsenal within a week, right? Like we have three very big matches. And because we have goals in life, you have to prioritize, right? So the people that are resting I fully expect Ruben, Vardiol, Rodri, and Phil to all start, and maybe even Doku, right? You got 5 starters for Inter on the bench right now. And one of the things I've loved about Pep, especially since this show has started, even just following before, is like he rotates. He always will rotate and make sure his players in the best position. Like no midfielder is about to play all 3 of these matches, right? Like, or even if you started, you wouldn't play like Kevin's not going to run 390s in a row. Like I could easily see a world today where Kevin and Gundo come off for Rodri and Phil, right? Just to get them in rhythm, get them ready for Inter because we know everybody's going to be 100% starting for Champions League. So it's the best of both worlds. I mean, but looking up top, right? Love that Jack is back and getting his start. Because here's the thing, I think we know exactly what Daku's going to do. Like he has proven himself to be the best dribbler in the Premier League. He's always going to get in the box. He's always going to take on people. But we do need Jack to make sure he's firing on all cylinders. So putting him beside Holland, of course, is always helpful. Baby Mars on the right should get busy. And I think it's going to be a double pivot, with Rico and Kova. And then I think you have, Akanji as the left center back, Walker as the right center back. And I did see that Stones captained England. So he played at least one match. I don't know how many other he played. But yeah, I like this backup. I think we win. I think we win the match, right? Like any team we put out is better than the opposition. And I think that's simple. How you feel about it, Crunk? Because I know it was your first time seeing it.
Hey, Holland's there. That's all that matters, really. Because that was kind of we're eventually going to have to see what this squad looks like when he's not starting. And we've talked about how it's not that big of a deal and blah 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 blah. But I'm still I'm not worried because, like you said, whatever 11 we put out here can go blow for blow with any team in the world. It's just like, what does it look like? I don't know. I'm intrigued, especially Pep said that Grealish can play the 10 like he did in England on Man City. Like Pep is being very chaotic this season. I'm enjoying what he's doing.
I like that comment though because it's real. Like Jack Grealish is a midfielder before he's a winger. Like he grew up as a true midfielder, and so imagine him at a 10 or double 8, right, playing beside it. He can do it. He has the legs to track back. We've seen it. He has the passing acumen to make the moves, make the reads. He really is a Swiss Army knife anywhere as an attacker. So I love our flexibility. And like the match Holland doesn't start, there will be people that freak out, but those people are also very unserious. Because whoever's in there, if it's McAtee at the false 9, if it's Phil, if it's whoever, I'm gonna feel fine. Like we're gonna produce goals. And it just like we've done this movie before, guys. Like there's nothing that can happen for City where we're like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? How do we respond? Like, no, we dominate every situation, man. We won a title without KDB, people. Don't forget that. Like, it happened.
Facts. And I mean, if Adam is not worried about us playing false 9 and Holland not starting, then hey, we definitely shouldn't worry.
My what?
That's the one. Hey, if Holland doesn't start, Pep would go back to 3 seasons ago and play with a false 9. That's what we have Foden and KDB for. It's proven.
I like the idea of
nope. That is a very confident statement, Adam. You can't take it back.
I mean, it's pretty confident. Like that's the most confident statement I've heard you make.
That's like a 7 out of 10 for Adam, and that might as well be a 10 out of 10 for anybody else.
Correct.
Oh man, let's look at our competitors.
Quality club.
Yeah, man. The lineup: Flecken, Ayer, man, I just talked to Charlie about this, and he said the guy's name a million times, and he's class apparently. Vandenberg, Pinnock, Collins, Lewis Potter, Norgard, Janelt, Damsgaard. Man, shout out to the Vikings over there. Wista and Mbomo. This team is tough. They're gonna make it difficult for us. We can see they are open to getting got. But they have some class on their bench right now. They've got Carvalho from Liverpool. Charlie Core, who I'm talking about. For anyone who missed it, the match preview show I did with him from New York City, Brentford Official Supporters Club. Shout out to y'all and Charlie. He is he's hopeful about Cavario. Like he's like everybody else. Why hasn't he started yet? But he struggled to get on at Liverpool. I was gonna say he struggled to be good, but I don't know what he's doing there. Obviously, he's a talented player, but he struggled to get consistent playing time. Now he's in Brentford, and he's still kind of struggling to get playing time. The whole club, it's that part's interesting. But what are y'all's thoughts about the lineup? Sharpie, we'll go with you first.
So, when you go up in a grocery store and you're going to get some milk, right?
Oh gosh.
And there's a lot of variety of milk, and there's always like a little bit of chocolate milk at the top. It's like, oh, it's chocolate milk right there. And that's kind of Brentford's lineup. And like you got skim milk, 1%, oat, almond, um, maybe pistachio. Like you got all regular whole milk. You got a lot of different milk selections. So looking at that midfield, I'm just like, wow, Europe is doing this big one right now. Like that is a whole lot of white, just a lot of white.
That's all I got.
A lot of milk. And this, okay, on a tactical standpoint, he went to a back three. They have wing backs. They normally will play a front three with Sade coming on, but they took him off for, to get some more width for defense, blah, blah, blah. But the milk thing really stuck to me. And so yeah, that's where I am.
Feel what you feel.
Yeah. Tom, how about you?
That you are not gonna get analysis like this anywhere else on the planet. It ain't happening. It's not. Um, I think my biggest thing is that there is no way in hell that Flecken can have the match of his life against us
That
again.
fucking guy.
There's no way that he can have the match of his life against
Mm-mm.
us again because he had two just stellar performances against City last season, and I just do not. It cannot happen again. Like I do find it interesting that they changed their lineup for us. Like I know a lot of clubs do that, and I also know that when clubs do that, that usually means that they don't have the same chemistry to work. So at some point, this new plan is going to break down. Um, I'm not concerned about them jamming the midfield because if need be, we can use our width to get past them. But like their lineup doesn't necessarily scare me.
Yeah. We send Mbomo. They're this is the type of match for them. They, for the most part, respectfully, they're chaos agents. But it's a lot of get the ball, knock it out wide for them, let them hold up the ball, try to muck it up, and then just be class at getting the ball into the goals. So it doesn't have to be purposeful, it doesn't have to be beautiful, but they get goals. And so I want to definitely show respect about that. But this is I'm not too worried too. City are not the team that got at home years ago before the World Cup. The whole football world basically was turned off at that time. So they just caught us. Sharpie?
I just want to say, like, I want to give respect though to Wiesen and Bomo, two ball brethren, two Africans out here doing it big. And Bomo is like the guy that nobody understands. He's only 25. And I saw a tweet that was like, if he had hair, he would be rated so much higher. No, seriously, like his follicle challenges have lowered his standing. But when you just look at the numbers and actually look at what he does on a match by match basis, like a per start basis, he's really, really good. And that they link up really well. And I think honestly, Tony being suspended that time allowed them to gel. The injury gave them time to gel. Like, so they know who they are. But like we were talking about, they did play a 4-3-3 obviously against Southampton, so they had to change for us. And Frank is a great manager, right? Like he's a manager where like if that other team in Manchester was smart, you would go after someone like Thomas Frank. Imagine him with those type of resources and what he could do, because we know he knows how to actually develop players and put in tactical plans and be a true manager. Um, So they definitely could easily nick a goal. Like we've seen the City recipe, right? We score one, you score one, we score two more, or you score one, we score three in a row. So I would never say we're going to get a clean sheet today, like when we talk about predictions. But I definitely feel like they're good for one between one of those two strikers.
So you're saying what Mbolo needs to do is like drop a rap song with like Paul Salu or Heady One or maybe some like dance hall, or he needs to figure out a way to like lift his aura. Is that what you're
I
saying?
mean, the aura is there, right? Like, when you have a beard that beautiful and
That's
skin
fair.
that flawless, the man is he's a man. It's just the respect. You can't make people respect you who don't understand like your greatness. And I think he's just limited like by that. Like the perception is not reality for him. Like
And he
he's
doesn't help
perceived
that
one way, yeah, and he's shorter too, right? But like the man balls. He's a real baller.
again, you're not gonna get perspective like this anywhere else. Shout out, shout
Time
out,
fix.
shout out to my show bros. Just magnificent. Okay. I mean, there this is what amazes me sometimes, how like people can hop on live and they can just like lock in on a topic for so long and just like talk about all the different angles. This is City versus Brentford. We're at home. We got Inter and Arsenal coming up. Like I said earlier, I don't want to look past them. I'm not trying to look past them, but like
Okay.
we got bigger fish to fry. Like we see our own
Whoa,
right.
whoa, Crunk. That is so contradictory. I'm not gonna pass them. We got bigger fish to fry is the definition of looking past them. So is it Uchiwali or is it one Mike Crunk?
Ooh.
Are you looking past these bees? Or are you respecting these bees and waiting until tomorrow or tonight to look at it to enter? What is your real like? Come on, bro. Come with it.
Um, I for the first 25 minutes, I will be locked in and focused on them, and then I'll
Okay.
be subbed off and be like, all right, what more do we got for them? Because I'm gonna say it now, we should probably have the match locked up by 25 minutes, and we don't even have to be
Ooh.
up a lot. I just think Brentford changing this formation, especially when they've kind of been coming out and punching at people. Yes, they lost to Liverpool the way that they did, and I assume that's really the big reason why they kind of made their adjustments. They tried to play their football that they want to play consistently against Liverpool, and they were kind of eaten alive. They don't want that to happen again, but I talk about this all the time. The having to switch your mentality as a player, that shit sucks. I know you have to do it for just one match, and we'll change it, but then you're changing it for like all of the top teams. And if you are supposed to want to be a top team and you're having to change your mentality all the time to like we can beat anyone to we just need to survive. I don't know, just not good for the soul. And I just really worried that for like a over the season for Brentford. That's just that those are the kind of things that I'm paying attention for them because they are who they are. It's going to be very tough for all of the middling teams, basically just from 5 down. It's going to be very tough for a lot of people. And I'm just going to be locked in on them because I enjoy Brentford. They're no fuss. They're nice people. They play decent football. God, there's no reason to hate on them, but I am worried for the long term.
Tom, who you got scoring for City today?
I think Holland has a brace, but he'll be taken off, and he'll get that brace in 60 minutes. Um, KDB scores, and I think that Gundo scores, and the Etihad just goes insane.
Ooh, that sounds like 1, 2, 3. It sounds like 4 if I'm counting.
Correct.
Okay, just make sure I was counting right. So,
Okay. So let's look at this bench then. If we're talking about because you're saying
it's so beautiful.
decent amount of subs. Diaz, Doku, Rodri, Bernardo, Vardiol, Nunes, Foden, McAtee. Who's getting on?
I think
Mac-
everybody but the defenders.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
McAtee's gonna be the sub for Holland. Get ready for that.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
like the Phil Rodri double sub in midfield. I
Hmm.
mean, we saw what Nunes did as a sub on the wing. Him coming off for like everybody's interchangeable, right? Nunes is a midfielder, he can be a winger. Jack can play wherever. Daku can come in right, left. Um, I just hope that Vardiol rests, especially with Ake getting injured. I think
Mm.
his importance is even higher now. So you really can say, hey, we don't need you to come out. We can, whatever, we'll figure it out. You chill. Um, Diaz is good. He just played for Portugal. Let him rest. So yeah, like if Bernardo Silva doesn't touch the pitch, I'm fine with it, right? But I think Rodri, Phil, and Maka are like three that have to come on. And we'll see if Pep makes it to five, and that's about game state, right? Five is like, okay, we're up, 3-1 in the 80th minute. Let's get some people on. Three is like, we're up 3-1, but we're up 2-1. We'll see what happens. So
If Pep uses all 5 subs, I will be positively
my
delighted.
favorite matches.
It's like, what? Uh, yeah, it is good that Brentford has already faced a couple of the heavy hitters, and that's what I enjoy about us having to face Arsenal so early on, because I mean we face Liverpool and United, but they're kind of everyone's spread out a little bit in the beginning of the season. We're able to face a top team, hopefully handle them, bedlam in the media, and head loss follows. From there, we're playing these other teams that you would be hopeful that we could add cushion to the lead and just make it even more scary.
Now you want to be respectful to these teams we don't even know. But to Brentford, it was we got bigger fish to fry. I'm just saying, man.
I'm still looking ahead of them.
Slovan, Bratislava, and Sparta Prague don't do it for me. They don't matter in my mind. Brentford, at least I know what I'm getting, you know. But not like I feel you, bro. I also should we sell the match against Watford? I just don't want to play in that competition anymore. I'm so over it. What is the Who Cares About It Cup? Like I think we just play an academy side against Watford because it's a
Oh,
Tuesday after the Arsenal match. We only got 2 days off. Nobody to play.
300%. I mean, McAtee needs to start.
Rico
Rico
at
needs to.
winger. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, just don't play anybody after playing Arsenal on after 3 games in 7 days. That's because today is the third. Today's the 14th. That's 4 matches in 10 days. That's an insane run, and I hate the FA. Because why couldn't you just put that match on Wednesday? What was stopping you from letting us go Sunday to Wednesday?
Ted, so their reason is United also has a match on Wednesday. They didn't want 2 games going on in Manchester because that would just be bedlam for traffic and tough for the cops and blah blah blah.
And that's why you put Manchester on fucking Tuesday because I'm sorry, United on Tuesday because they don't play in Champions League. This is the point. The FA's stupid. All of them are idiots. And I hope we
So,
win this court case so they all can look like fucking dumbasses.
man, I tell you that 115 tattoo that I'm fitting to get is gonna hit like the purest Colombian. Whoo, boy!
I mean, that's not a bad idea. Put it in between my turtle and my I love my mom tattoo. Just have 115 in there somewhere.
115. What do 115 mean?
Real ones don't. It's uh I'm so what I enjoy about this is we have been so headstrong about all of this, but that's just because that is how City Football Group has been uh, uh, this entire time. At least the City fans who know or at least trust the team fully. We've all been just like, no, no, y'all are all gonna look silly. This is all nonsense. You're just chasing after us. If City, if they're able to get this thrown out, because I was always just saying, hey, we're just gonna get this big fine, blah 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 blah. But now there's talks that it's gonna get thrown out. That's fucking insanity if that happens. Oh my gosh. Because then, yeah, like I said, if it gets thrown out, then that
The levels of insufferability that you will see from my account, from Crunk's account, from the SOB account.
Couldn't even blame y'all for
Whoo-wee!
muting the homies. Couldn't even blame you because it's about to get real ratchet real fast.
and then they can
Um,
start potentially retaliating. Like
That's what I heard is like, oh, if we get this. I saw someone like, if we lose and then we're coming back with these countersuits, like
yeah,
y'all gonna pay up something, like for the reputation part, which is real. Like you have sullied our name in the mud for years. We beat you. Oh no, you gonna pay what you owe.
Oh,
City aren't even gonna have to spend their own money to bring in Musiala. They're gonna use their money from Talksport and Sky Sports. That's the money
That's
that
the one. See,
gives.
that's the last like Infinity Stone. It's like win the case early, get some money back, and then go raid the Bundesliga for Verts and Musiala next year. Oh my God.
Bertz and Musiala.
I said what I said.
Let's go. No, I'm here for it. Yeah, hey,
Drop 220. They can't turn away because Leverkusen held him for 1 year. He's gonna leave next year. Everybody knows it. And then Musiala, come on, man. Come on. Let's
could
come play with
you
Holland.
imagine
Come play with Phil and
the
Holland.
like the videos, just people are gonna be crying, legitimately just crying. They can't keep doing this. What's the point of even watching the Premier League anymore? You
I
know
don't
what?
know, but we're gonna figure it out. But boys, we got to get out of here soon.
Yes.
Real quick for the bets for my people. Simple plus 105 means you double your money. Plus 110 now. Thank you, DraftKings. Man City money line over 6.5 City corners. So I think City will have 7 corners this match, especially against that back five. Just a bunch of balls getting out. And over 2.5 goals in the match. So you can get a 2-1 City win, get a 3-0 City win, 4-0. Have a ball. That's plus 110. So $20 will get you $22. There you go.
Yay. Shout out to you. Yes. And then, so predictions, Tom Bomb, you had 4 goals for us. How many does Brentford score?
I actually have a 4-2 match. I think they will
Fun.
open.
I like it.
I think they will open the score. I think Brentford will open the scoring. We
Yeah,
will
what's that?
score 4 consecutive goals, and then they will find a cheap one like in the 85th minute or beyond, and wrap up 4-2 and get ready for Inter.
There it is. I got City with the Sharpie Charlie special, 3-1.
Yeah.
Holland scores, RIP to his friend.
Oh man, Southampton had a red card. Oh man, and Garnacho scored too. Ugh. Yeah,
Ugh.
United fans are gonna be wilding. They got a Rashford and a Garnacho goal. Awful.
Oh, late Garnacho goal, special. Yeah.
No, I feel like this team isn't going to be as man. Yeah, with this, I'm worried. I feel a clean sheet in my heart. And earlier this season, when I denied myself from the clean sheet, they got one. So I don't want to just like deny that anymore. I need to be myself, be true to myself. So I feel like there's going to be a clean sheet. Yeah, I think 2-0. Because yes, Savinho's out there, but I think the chances are going to be there. But also, it wouldn't surprise me if we just run it up on them. Struggles. I'm going to say
Make a choice, Crunk. Goddamn.
do it. I can't do it. 2-0.
Come on, Crunk. Just say the
2-0.
6-0
Beautiful.
scoreline you want to say.
You know it's in your heart.
But I'm gonna wait to the Slavia Prahas and stuff like that.
There we go. Because we need to go different. And Adam, the homie, says 3-1 from last week or last match. I got you, Adam. We here. 757 boys. We ready.
All right. Well, we will be back in a few hours on YouTube chatting Man City women, Man United women with All for United. A little season preview. Very excited to do that. And then we record tomorrow night. New episode will be out for you Monday. You know the vibes. We appreciate you for kicking it with us. See you soon, Shade Gang.
Peace.